What's up everybody? My name is Antonio Pavlov. I am the writer, director and editor for the short film you just viewed, Burnt Out. I'm not going to say too much because I don't want to give any spoilers away in case somebody watches this before the film for some reason. But today we're shooting a film, 3-minute film for the My Road Reel 2015 competition about a superhero who has the ability to generate fire but he sucks at it.
Hi, I'm Teddy. I play the role of Ted in the film Burnout.
Was it Burnout?
Burnt Out. Good thing you know the name of the movie you're in.
Yeah, it was quite a fun role to play. Ted's basically a kind of superhero, can't really control his powers. Yeah, but it was a really fun role to play. We had a couple issues with some of the scenes, trying to keep serious or getting the shot right, but overall it was a fun time filming it. Really enjoyed it.
So, let me give you some background. I can't take this in. This is the least serious production I've ever been on. I mean, when we go to the revealing shot of the garden, it's going to be a wide shot from the back, showing burnt patches all around, and then while you're there, this is the only time where you won't have a voiceover.
Okay.
It's where you actually go, damn it! It's like the 5th time in 3 days. Like we're trying to amplify the fact that you're very bad at this power, at this specific thing.
Yeah.
And then at the end, you're coming into the living room, you'll be reading a book. We might do the book reading scene, we might not, depending on how practical we make it. I'm about to call our producer Mus again, because he's an hour late. I'm going to see where he is, so let's put him on speaker and start yelling at him. Action. Good timing, I mean, it's pretty good. We got this, man. This doesn't look good.
If he doesn't pick up, is it still going to go in there?
Your call has been forwarded to the T-Mobile voicemail tone.
Come on, Mus. This ain't good for you, man. This ain't good for you. All these Hollywood films, they get a guy who they pay him like loads of money to come in and actually make burnt toast. We're gonna show you how you can do this at home, but kids, do this with an adult. Because I once burnt my house down, and that was not... And now we wait.
Oh yeah. I hate to say that I was right, but
You gotta be careful with that. Okay, look.
You might burn it.
Yeah, you might burn it. Putting it full blast in the flame, fair enough. That's...
you can actually just do this, like, if you didn't own a one
slit toaster. Behind the scenes pictures from Avatar.
Sick.
Yeah, these are the behind the scenes pictures from Avatars 2, 3 and 4. Obviously a lot going on in there. Camera's rolling.
Burnt Out, scene 1, take 1.
And action. Cut. We're rolling.
Burnt Out, scene 1, take 2.
And action. Cut. He looks like he's actually thinking about stuff. Like he's thinking about life.
He's actually eaten every time he does it.
I really wish you would stop doing that.
Teddy's sitting at his table eating, so
It's facing the camera here, but we'll do it a bit off angle. So maybe here.
I'm looking at the camera?
What?
Or I'm looking forward in cameras?
No, you sort of look out the window, keep looking forward. Right, because for this scene, it's got the voiceover stuff. So Mus, if you could, once we start rolling. Yeah, that's exactly. Can you? Oh, ready, Teddy! No.
Wait, is that...
It's in scene.
Okay.
Okay, you guys ready? Camera rolling.
Burnt Out, scene 1, shot 2, take 1.
And action.
Eat the almond.
Eat the almonds. Ready? Just Casualty on set. Medic. We need an evac. We need a medevac right now. We need a chopper stand.
I got a new tooth going through. The arm keeps getting stuck in it.
Oh, a wisdom tooth.
No, it's just a random tooth. It's like a baby just coming out.
You know I'm missing it.
And rolling. And action. Okay, so you've probably already seen from the other behind the scenes shots that I have a matte box on, but you're saying to yourself, why when you're indoors, bruh? I don't get that. I'll direct your attention to these. They're pretty big windows. We have 4 sets of huge windows on the side, and today happens to be quite a sunny day in London, which is very rare. So I'm using this matte box as safety in case we ever need to get any light coming in, and I don't want any lens flares. I mean, this isn't a Michael Bay movie, we don't have that much time for lens flares. So that's what's going on. And for additional lighting, we're not actually using any lighting, we're using all naturally available lighting and one of those. A huge Chinese lantern mounted on the top in case we need to fill in some soft light at one point. But I don't think we'll need that today. So that explains the matte box inside, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm Nat, and I was supposed to be filming behind the scenes, but I forgot my camera battery.
She forgot her camera battery. So now we're using a GoPro Hero 4, provided to us by our actor and main protagonist, Teddy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we actually have a 4K camera doing behind the scenes instead of the main
4K.
camera.
We should just do it all on the
All on the GoPro.
on
Yeah,
the Pro.
where pulling focus is the most difficult thing you could ever think of. So yeah, that's that. He
I think we should do that.
He must be self-conscious about his body shape. He doesn't like being filmed.
Could you get the camera on my face? Hi, my name's Mus. I'm the producer for this short film, Burnt Out, and I'm responsible for the talent and the location setting. So we decided to shoot at the director's house because in the living room we have these 2 large windows, which is good for natural lighting. And I also advised the actor on some of the shots we did for the reaction shots. And yeah, overall it's been pretty good. I think the day went pretty smoothly. We had some hiccups here and there, but yeah, we managed to fit in the daylight time, yeah.
Just do the gay scream ever. Ah! Ah! And just flutter away.
Is this scene 2?
This is scene 2, shot 1, take 1. So yeah, while you're doing the hose work and everything like that, it's gonna come past. I want you to go like this, and you do like a really big dramatic. Yeah, exactly. But you start off with a small one, and then a big dramatic one, and then we. No, dude, you're looking like depressed, not depressed, but like normal and down because you've burnt your toes. So you're just like that, and then while a fly flutters past, you just go like this. You just go one like that, and then one really big dramatic one. All right. Does that work? Yeah. Okay. So.
I need the water on.
Yeah, we'll just do a test one first. Do it like this, Teddy. Up and then down in front of you. Yeah, cool. And action.
Burnt Out, scene 4, shot 3, take 1.
And action.
Burnt Out, scene 4, shot 1, take 2. And
action.
Yo, carry on!
This is unexpected.
Burnt Out, scene 4, shot 7, take 1.
And camera rolling. Action. And cut. That's a wrap on Burnt Out, everybody. Woo! You did it. Yeah. Good job, man. Good hustle. Teamwork. Come on, good hustle, man. Teamwork. Yeah. Okay, so we now wrapped up on filming. We're done for today, which was great. Teddy did a great job. It wasn't a one-take thing all the way through, but we had fun. So now it's time to record our voiceover stuff. So again, we're using our Rode mic, and Audacity on my laptop. Now we can't afford a big recording booth and studio like a major production, so we're going to do the best that we can and record on Audacity, clean up the noise in the background of the audio to make it a really clean sound, and it should be fine as a voiceover. So let's plug that in there and let's begin here. So Teddy, for this one, I kind of hope that I don't know why, but like I want you to get the gist of it. Is like, you know, all those movies you see with superheroes and all that stuff, just sort of an explanation type.
Yeah. You know those movies you see where the superheroes have cool superpowers? Well, they aren't all fictitious.
So guys, so now that we're done with all the filming, we've wrapped up, we've recorded our voiceovers, we're going to move on into post-production, which means editing, visual effects, color correction and grading, and all of that good stuff. So let's head on over to there. Hey guys, now that we have all of the footage taken care of and everything's in order, we made sure that everything's okay, we can move on to post-production, which means editing, VFX, that kind of stuff. So my editing software of choice would be Adobe Premiere Pro CS6. I just love using that software and I love working on a Windows system compared to a Mac. I just find the workflow to be a lot easier. So for the editing, it was fairly simple, no complicated cuts needed to be made. We just had to make sure that all the shots go in the right order and everything looks okay. And the only tricky shot was probably figuring out how to do a cut between the normal slice of bread and the burnt toast that my character had to do at one point, which we'll cover up with VFX, but we had to make sure that the cut looked okay. That was the only tricky one in terms of editing, and then we flip it over, start doing VFX. Again, sticking with Adobe, I go to Adobe After Effects CS6. I've been working with it for a while, so that's my compositing software of choice. I whacked my final version in there and did a bit of color correction and color grading to it first, and then started to put on the visual effects. The visual effects used in this production were fire assets that I bought from Triune Films. Ryan Connolly, who's one of the judges of this competition, but don't worry, this isn't a way for me to suck up to you, Ryan, but I did contribute to you guys on Black Friday, so keep that in mind. So yeah, once we have all the fire assets decided on, I started putting them into the composition and editing through them. The main ones we used were the flamethrower ones and the looping fire effects, because we didn't have that many complicated shots in it. So putting them together was quite easy because it's quite fast movement. We didn't have to do anything too sort of complicated in terms of motion tracking. We just had to throw them in there, make sure they're at the right angle, color grade them, correct them to match the scene, and that should be fine. The only tricky one that we had to do was the backyard burning scene and the book scene when our character Ted sets his book on fire by accident. Once we got all those done and the motion track done to them, we start adding a bit of grade to it, a couple of smoke or puffy smoke elements to sell the realism, and that was it. Now that that's done, we go into a final grade where we make everything look all filmic and nice, and we whack on a few of those fancy letterbox crop lines at the top to make it look more cinematic. Now that that's done, we put on the titles and the credits, and we are done. The title sequence was just a plain text moving forward, again with one of the fire elements on the corner and a couple of embers coming up, and I think it just sort of adds towards the intensity of the film. It makes it look like some sort of sci-fi action superhero movie, but when you actually watch the full thing you realize that it's completely the opposite.
Oh!
What?
What's over the face of the book?
We good? I think we need a medevac. Okay, so Mus, you want to get out of the way, please? Some random brown arm just like a But Murphy's Law being Murphy's Law, something went wrong with our voiceover recordings and we couldn't use it. It sounded like a pile of duty poop. So we had to re-record all of the footage again. Now, what with me being in film school and Teddy being back in London, completely different cities, it's kind of difficult for us to do any of this voiceover work again. So I relied on Teddy to re-record all of his voiceover stuff from memory, from how we did it on the day. I sent him a few of the behind the scenes videos so that he could see how to sort of act it out again. And he re-recorded them and he sent them over to me, and we were able to mix them together and put them into the final edit. So that was probably the most trickiest part of the entire thing in terms of post-production. We had to deal with a lot of panic and crying. I cried a lot when I found out that I couldn't use the voiceover stuff, so I had to call Teddy immediately and tell him to continue redo his voiceover stuff. And yeah, now we finished that, we got it done, the final edit is complete, and you've seen the film that you watched. Hopefully you watched this after you watched the film, because if you watch the behind the scenes first, then you're ruining the film for you, but that's your choice. So yeah, that was the behind the scenes from production to post-production on Burnt Out. If you want any information on how the script was written, I'll tell you how it was. I wrote it on the train ride over to London the day before I told all of my actors and crew that we were doing it. So there was like just a sudden moment of inspiration, and I wrote the script in a day. So yeah, that's everything. I hope you enjoyed the film, and I hope you guys enjoyed this behind the scenes look into how manic, no budget films are made with a very small crew. And yeah, I hope we get far in this competition. And once again, shouts out to Rode Microphone for setting up this competition and making, in my opinion, some of the best microphones out there. So peace out.